Welcome back. All right, are you ready for another Friday Night SmackDown? Yes. We are. So we brought in our favorite former WWE superstar, Longwood Mayor Matt Morgan. Hey, Matt, I'm going to learn how to do your moves.
He's the mayor because I think he's probably run unopposed in every election you've ever been in.
It's all about the something about the height, I think, does it. So there was a draft that took place. I think a lot of people think you've got the NBA draft, you've got an NFL draft, right. Not necessarily thinking there's a wrestling draft, but there is.
There is. There's two WWE programs. There's Monday Night Raw, and there's Friday Night SmackDown, live here only on Fox.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this past week, we had our draft.
Okay.
Splitting up the rosters. Who's going to be drafted to Monday Night Raw? Who's going to be drafted to SmackDown? And I was super proud of a good friend of mine, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch turned out to be the #1 overall draft choice.
Have they ever done that before?
And this is the first time a woman's ever been picked #1.
Mm-hmm.
And the coolest part about this to me was they didn't make a big to-do about it.
Look at us.
Hey, look at us.
Yeah.
For PR purposes, it was, she's the best superstar on our roster. This is
That's
our #1 draft.
That's terrific.
That's where we're at today, in 2019. I thought it was awesome. Brock Lesnar ended up being the first draft choice here on SmackDown.
Okay.
Heavyweight champion. We also, I believe, had the New Day, where you see Brock slamming in the ring right there and pinning.
Oh, look at that.
Yep. The New Day, it's a 3-man group. Hilarious entertainment act, comedy. Then we also, I believe, had Bray Wyatt with the third draft choice, also known as The Fiend. That's his alter ego.
There you go.
Same person? Same person.
Halloween fans out there, Google search The Fiend on YouTube as well, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Freddy Krueger's got nothing on this guy.
Do you have, Matt, do you have any favorite picks? Like when you watch things like the draft, even when you're watching WWE, are there any people who just stand out to you and you say, okay, yeah, that person has it?
Brock Lesnar?
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar, former UFC heavyweight champion, former NCAA national champion. Is just, he's the real deal.
Clearly everything is fan involved here, and in football they've got a fantasy football league. Everybody does, every office does.
Yeah.
Do they have a wrestling fantasy?
They do.
They do.
Okay.
They do, and I just call my friends in advance and try to get the ins and outs on who's going to. No, I'm joking.
Yeah, I would imagine that would be a little easier to handicap.
Yes, yes, but they do though, ironically enough. Yeah. So it was a great draft choices made by SmackDown.
Yeah.
And when do they start? Do they start immediately, or is there an
question?
Yeah.
Yes. Tonight will be their first episode of wrestling.
Right from the draft into the ring.
SmackDown.
Oh,
right
that's awesome. So they go right on into it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so cool. Well, we always appreciate you joining us to bring us the very latest on what's happening in the wrestling world. And I always ask you if, you're going to get back. I'd love to see you on a Friday night.
Getting in that ring.
Wrestling is what you say.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Come on, this is
no. Not even a comparison. Make it a great day, everybody.
I can't tell.